Folks, welcome. This is going to be a demo of Nocturne. This is desktop software I've created that acts as a local media browser for photos and videos you have on your hard drive. This works a little bit differently from other solutions like Plex, which is more geared to kind of movies, TV shows that are a bit better structured, and indeed Lightroom, which is obviously more a full-blown kind of photo development library. This is very much just for viewing. So it's something I wanted to use for my own photos, what I'm going to show you in a second, which is a collection of prints, videos, and photos I've collected over the year. And it's very much geared at digital hoarders. So if you've got like just a complete mess of photos and videos and you want something that's going to make them look great, that's why I created Nocturne. So I'm looking at the website, obviously. I've also got the app here, which is what we're going to be looking at today. So to get us started, let me show you kind of what this is running off. So I've got this folder. This is like 140 gigabytes of like photos, videos I've collected over the years. All of Prince. I'm a big Prince fan since the 90s. Obviously, he's passed away now. But you can see it's a bit of a mess. Like some stuff's named okay. Other stuff, certainly photos, are just a complete mess. So it's in varying degrees of organizations. And so the idea with Nocturne is I can come in here and just hit Open Library, find that folder, open it up, and it gives you this display of all your media. Let's get it open again. Just looking great. So I'm going to walk you through all the features. It's very, very heavy on keyboard shortcuts. So there's a couple of key keyboard shortcuts you're going to want to learn if you're using this. H is going to toggle the sidebar on and off there that will let you navigate around some of the settings that you probably won't use too frequently. And then escape is pretty much going to get you out of everything. So I'm going to talk about keyboard shortcuts as I use this and demo this so you know exactly what's going on. So when you open a library for the first time, which is just a folder on your hard drive, it's going to index it. So it's going to go through every photo file, every photo and video, and create an index so it loads and displays very, very quickly. If you add or remove photos in the folder you've opened, it will automatically re-index those. So that if you've deleted stuff, it will take it out of the index. If you've added new stuff, it will add it in. Up top here, just in the nav, you can see there's this collections tag, save searches, and then this cog for settings will actually get you into the indexing settings. So if you want to kick off a index, you can, but otherwise it should just take care of itself. So what are we seeing here? So there's kind of a hero image. It picks one at random. If you've got high def stuff, it's intelligent, so it's going to know what's the best kind of content that would sit up the top there. And then below that is really those top level folders within the folder you open. So in my case, because I had a few folders organized, it's showing those here. So these are showing at random, and then I can click into these and it shows me everything within that folder. So this is kind of a Pinterest style Masonry that's just combining all the photos and videos that are within that folder. Let me go back to the home screen. We'll come back to that in a second. So the folders or collections are up the top here, and then beneath that are tags. So these are tags in your files. So if you have tags, they're all going to appear here. If you want to add tags to your files, you can do that through the app, and I'm going to show you that later. And then finally, there's this section down the bottom, which is what I call saved searches. So what you can do with this is kind of browse by both collections and tags, and then kind of have smart collections, if you like, that'll get you across media in different ways. So this isn't just a kind of photo organizer, it's also a media management tool in that it will help you manage, categorize your media. We'll get to that in a second. So this is the home screen. A couple of things to point out with this. Each time you load this, let me go back time, you see it loads a different picture. So each time you see this, you're going to get a completely fresh view of your media. So for me, it was really important to kind of showcase things I haven't seen in a while, re-immerse me in content I've completely forgotten about. So it adapts each time you load the home screen. You'll see the same thing happens with the collections here. So each of these thumbnails changes over time, and you can see it's a combination of both video and photos displaying in the thumbnails there. If I take my hands off and don't do anything, what you'll actually see, it just happened on the right, these actually rotate. So they'll just keep refreshing and showing you new content. Same with the tags. So you can see with the tags, there's videos behind some of the tags where those are present. And so that's the home screen. So let's take a look at the kind of media list view. So it doesn't matter whether you're looking at a folder or a tag, you're going to get the same view. So what should we jump into here? Let's maybe go 2012. So 2012 is a tag, and you can see that Masonry view has all the pictures and videos displayed. If I click on one of these, it's going to load it up. I'll show you that in a second. A couple of things I want to point out. If you hover over the photos and files, it's going to show you the details, file extension, that kind of thing. You can right-click on these items, and there's a bunch of options here that I'll go into later that do a bunch of pretty cool things. And you can just browse through like this, and then when you want to take a look, you can just click, and you've got this kind of media browser view. So you got left and right arrows, which will take you through the photos and videos. But arrow keys is going to be your friend. So I'm just using the left and right arrow keys on my keyboard, which is a bit quicker. One thing you'll see I've done is whatever the current photo or video you're looking at, it displays the ones left and right of it either side. So you always got this kind of immersive media view of everything in the kind of collection or search you're looking at. Now, video is going to be a bit problematic because it's going to be very loud, so apologies for that. But you just heard a couple play. As soon as I navigate onto a video, it starts playing in the app, and you've got that media player in there. So this is the media browsing view. Escape. If I press escape, it takes me back to the list view. If I press escape again, it's going to take me back to the home screen. So escape is really, really key for getting around quickly. Let's take a look at this down the bottom. So this is the kind of type-based navigation. So you can do a lot with this where you don't have to click on anything. So say I wanted to get back to that 2012, I can type in 2012 here. You can see a few things coming up. So it's got the collection, and then it's got tags. So there's files that have been tagged 2012, as well as the collection, which has a whole bunch of files in it. And then individual photos or videos I can jump to directly. But we'll go back into the collection to start with. So great, I'm back in the collection, but what if I wanted to filter further? So there's not that many files in this collection, but you can see up the top, it's showing tags that it's found based on this collection. So I've got 2012 photos, videos, 720p HD. So what if I just wanted to see videos? So I can type in videos as well, and you can see on the tag there, I can now filter the collection to just the videos within the 2012 collection. If I hit delete on my keyboard, it will get rid of the last tag I added. So everything I'm doing here, I can do just with the keyboard. Type in videos, hit return, hit delete, it goes away again. Let's do a couple. So I'm going to type in videos, select it with the arrow key, hit return. Now I just want to see HD as well. So I can add that tag as well. And now I've completely filtered in to HD videos within this collection. And again, backspace gets rid of the last tag. Another thing you can do is if you type in OR in capital, I can do this. So then I can build quite powerful queries that will search over the media based on, you know, combinations of tags, that kind of thing. And again, delete gets rid of the last one. I can delete it again, and it takes me back to the home screen. So it's very, very powerful. If you have got media and you want to categorize it with tags, it's going to make this much, much richer and immersive for you. So what if you are working with a complete mess? So let's go into this folder. So there's I think it said 690. Yeah, you can see up the top there, there's 690 photos in this file alone. And there'll be videos as well. And so I want to get started on organizing this. So you can see here, there's some sort of photos of Prince when he was out and about. So I may want to categorize those. So if you come down here in this search bar again, over on the right, you got this select media function. So now I can use that and I can select each of those photos. And then I've got options. I can rename, I can add tags, or I can just clear and exit out of this. And what this will do is allow you to add your own tags. It will update both in the index within Nocturne, and it will update the photos themselves. So the tags will get baked into the photos. So any other software you're using that takes advantage of metadata within the files will benefit from this. So this is a very, very good way of organizing your media. While I'm down here, we'll look at safe searches as well. There's also a sort option. You can sort the media by the date. That works better on kind of photos where it's baked in the date from the photo. You can do a date range. So that kind of thing you've got under search. But let's do a safe search. So we're in this massive collection. There's too much in here. So I might look at this Prince NYC. These are photos from Prince in New York City. I'm like, that's cool. If I come down here, I can save that. Prince NYC 2004. Let's make sure I spell it right. Save search. And then if I hit escape, go back to the home screen, down the bottom, you can see that's now here. So I can now jump back to that and it reloads that filter that I had down the bottom. And I'm back to where I was. We go to the sidebar. You've got a couple of extra views of things you can use to navigate. So the collections, tags, and safe searches in the left there. You've also got links to up the top. So collections, I can see all the collections I've got, not just the 30 or so I think it loads on the homepage. Forget how many. Tags, so you can see all the tags you've got here. There's a combine tags feature here. So if you end up with tags that are similar and you want to combine them together, you can do that with the combine tags feature here. What else we got? Safe searches, you just saw that. You can see those through here. And so lots and lots of different ways you can get around your media. Let's take a look at a couple of things. So if you notice this one, this tag, this is a weird tag. So this is something that's come on a file and I don't want this anymore. I don't want this tag. So I can go right click, remove tag, get rid of that, and it's gone. So now when I go back to home, that's never going to appear again. There's another one there. I can do that. I can get rid of it from the tag view as well. And so that's going to erase the tag and erase it from all the media within it. So again, very, very quick way of managing all your metadata. What else have I not shown? think you're getting an idea. Let's look at a couple of these other options. So you can add tag, you can do that. You got view metadata. So this will show you stuff on the actual file. So it's showing you where it is, file name, size, resolution, when it was created. That's relevant if it is like a photo. You can click that and it will do a filter based on the date. So if you want to narrow into photos, videos around a certain date, you can do it with that. And it's also showing you all the tags on the file. And then again, you've got the controls to remove those tags from the individual file, or you can click one of those and it's going to put it in the search bar down here and limit your search to just that tag. What else have we got? I am going to save these three, show similar, find duplicates for last. You can open the file directly on your hard drive. So Finder for Mac, Explorer for Windows, copy file path if you need that. Last delete file, and it's in red, is going to delete the file from your disk. If you want to do that, you can do that through here. So let's look at these. Show similar and find duplicates. Nocturne has got a really, really powerful duplicate detector in it. So you can see that over here on the left. I'm going to show you that in a second. But what this will do is find photos and videos that are visually similar. So I think it's going to work on these two. You notice I've got these videos. They're pretty much the same. One's an AVI video, one's an MP3. So if I go to the AVI and I go show similar, yeah. So it's got both the videos. It's also got some other stuff. So it will sometimes give you kind of false positives like that. But the more powerful thing is the duplicates. So if I go find duplicates, there you go. It's got both the duplicates. So this is a nice way of being able to find duplicates across all your collection and get rid of the ones you don't want. More powerful is the actual duplicate finder on the left here. So let me show you what this does. This can take a while to run. I'll kick it off. This is going to go over the whole collection, and this does some algorithmic matching of all the photos and files against each other. Where this is really cool is this won't just match based on kind of file size, dates, things like that. It will match on visual similarity. So this will enable you to find, say, photos where they're both the same and one's got a watermark and the other hasn't. So even though they're visually kind of different because one's got the watermark on it, it will go, hey, these are the same. It will do different sizes. So imagine you have two photos and one's been resized. Maybe you've resized it half size. The other one's the full size. It will find those. That will let you then get rid of the lower size one or the bigger one so you can clean up your media. It'll also do it on videos. So this samples parts of the videos and then compares those against some of the other videos, and that will allow you to find duplicates like we just saw. This does take a while to run. It's quite intensive. You can see it's taking a little while here, but this is a huge collection. So I think this whole collection is 140 gig, hence it's taking a little while. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give this a little bit more time to run, and I'm going to pause the video and unpause when this finishes. Okay, so that's finished. That just took a couple of minutes, just so you know how long this took to run. So again, let's run it on over 7,000 files, 130 gig. So gives you an idea of how long this will take to run on a big collection. So what have we got? So this is showing groups of files that it's detected as similar, and you can see it's doing it for both photos and videos. So if we look at this top one, it's even been able to tell that these are the same photos where some are black and white and some are color. So this is the power of this thing. And then you can see the resolutions down here. So I can tell I've actually got 3 copies of the same photo at different resolutions. So not only has it detected a black and white versus color similarity, it's also done it based on file size. As you move your mouse over the thumbnails in the row of duplicates it's found, it zooms you into 100%. So if you want a pixel sneak, is that the right phrase? If you want to look at the pixels and determine, hey, is this JPEG lower quality than the other one? You can do that. And then I can go, right, well, clearly I don't want these two because, they're the smaller ones. So I can select those and just get rid of the two lower quality ones. Now, this will make this rerun. So you want to do this in batches. So I'll leave those selected and then, I go through all the list and delete them all at the end. Next one, videos. So I've got 3 videos of what is essentially exactly the same footage here. And so again, you can see there's 2 that are the same resolution, but one is slightly bigger than the other. So there's some kind of encoding difference. I'd probably keep the bigger one, get rid of the lower one. And then there's a third one, and this is a higher resolution one. So in this case, this is probably the one I want to keep. So duplicate videos, it's gonna help you with those. Another duplicate video here. This looks like 2 direct copies, and then a third one in a AVI format. So maybe I want to keep one of the bigger ones, get rid of the AVI. More photos here. If you look at this one, like look how low quality this one is. And it still knows that it's the same as these 2. And then these 2 are kind of the same photo, but again, one is better quality than the other. Like the one on the left is higher res, but this middle one looks like it's sort of a better color definition. So it's found all these similarities, even though the photos are different, and on and on and on. So if you've got big media libraries, you want to find duplicates for videos and photos, this thing is really, really powerful. So that is Duplicate Finder. One tip I would give with this is don't run it on a big kind of 130 gigabyte folder in one go. You can actually open subfolders. So I could go to Open Library and open one of those folders within my collection. So I'm only operating, say, on 5 gig or so, and then this will run a bit quicker. So that's another trick you can do. So we're coming to the end of, I think, the main features within Nocturne, to give you an idea of what this does. A few utilities I'll just touch on real quick. It's got quite powerful indexing rules. So you can play with these to control how it indexes. And this will treat your folders and tags in certain ways. So you can get it to split folder names up and create tags out of parts of the folder name. You can ignore tags. So if your photos have already got tags on them and you don't want them imported, you can do it with that. So indexing rules is quite powerful. You can import and export your indexing config if you want to back it up. Indexing results, when it does index, you'll see the results of that here. Settings, I touched on this earlier, so it shows how big the index is. So for this, it's 700 meg for about 130 gig, and then I can run a full reindex, which will take a while, or kick off the smart reindex. Maintenance, I can get rid of all the thumbnails if I want. I wouldn't advise you do that though, unless you need to. And then your license will appear in here, and that is settings. Keyboard shortcuts you've got down here on the left, so you can learn all those keyboard shortcuts. One I didn't touch on in the media view, you can use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out of the photo you're looking at, so that's very, very useful. You can also click and drag it around. I won't show that now. And I think that's it. That is Nocturne. So if you have a big media collection like me, this is for you. If you're interested and you want to grab this, this is at nocturne.com, noktrn.com, and this is available now for both Windows and Mac. Let me know what you think.